Hi sweets, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a bit different than what I usually do. I saw another creator just doing like a reflective series, and I wanted to try that because I recently watched a K-drama called the In Your Reading Season, and I think I learned so much from it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And yeah, I wrote down some notes, so you know, it's not gonna be long though, so like buckle up a bit, right? So this drama, it made me think a lot about my life, and I've realized that like for the longest time I have been just trying to, I've been in this cold season. Winter season basically means is that you show up every day for yourself, but you're emotionally closed off. So this lady, this girl, she's still successful, she's still an amazing designer, but emotionally she doesn't let anyone in. She is very protective of the ones that of her loved ones. She's very protective of her family. But what really touched me about this whole thing is because she didn't just become that she didn't just get closed off for no reason. You know, it wasn't just like boom. She was once very happy and seeing the beauty of life, and you know, just a happy extrovert girly, you know, but because of the things that happened for her.
For those that are curious, she lost both of her parents in a car accident, and her boyfriend passed away because of an explosion at the school or something like that.
A part of her was just took away from her because of those traumatic experiences, and while others can get over it, some can't. So she stayed like 7 years in that cold season, you know. The guy that she pulled out of that cold season started seeing his life differently. That there are experiences that will get to you, and you are allowed to cry about, allowed to feel your emotions, right? But then you can't let them take over your life.
Okay, so quick pause. This is something I struggle with a lot. When something small happens to me, I let it take over my whole day. It's like it decides how I feel for hours, and I'm trying to learn how to feel things without letting them control me.
You understand? Because then life wouldn't be worth living. So sometimes being in a cold season is just, you think that it's a way of protecting yourself. I have been in a very cold season myself because I constantly think that I'm protecting myself and that I have boundaries or this and this and this. And with doing so, sometimes I end up shutting people out, like shutting people who actually want to be with me in my cold season, my summer season, whatsoever. They want to be there for me, but I end up shutting them out because I'm just too busy being closed off and trying to protect myself. I've been in that phase of my life where I'm just like, oh, if it's like this, then I don't want it. If it's like this, then I don't want it. And I don't want to try anything new. I want to try anything new with people, but I don't even want to let people in, if you get what I'm saying. So I like the idea of having friends, of having, you know, connections, of building connections with the people around, but to actually just go out there and do it, I don't like that idea, because then that means I have to get out of my head and actually have this conversation with like a real person. And for me, it's like having the conversation in my head is a bit more easier than doing it in real time, because when I'm doing it in real time, sometimes I can't even tell whether I'm being real or not. I can't tell if I'm being fake. When I'm being too friendly, I'm like, wait, am I being fake right now, or is this actually me? Like, am I this friendly? I can't tell because I'm too busy trying to.
So what I was basically getting at here was that I spend more time worrying about how I'm being perceived than actually being present in the conversation. And it actually stops me from building a connection or engaging in the conversation.
Am I liked enough or not? And it's not in a way that I'm seeking validation or whatever. It's just that I don't want to come across as a selfish person. But even though I do say things that may appear that way to other people, I'm scared as coming across as this mean person, but I'm also not. I don't really care. Like, do I actually care? Am I scared? Why do I care that people think I'm mean? Am I actually mean, or do people overstep my boundaries and then they push me into saying something? I'm not. Do you guys get what I'm saying, right? Okay, the people that get it. So, and I always had this idea that maybe sometime, like one day, someone will show up and like show me like the way.
And by show me the way, I mean somebody rich and that's just willing to spoil me.
And whatsoever. The guy offered to get her out of that zone. The girl had to push herself there, had to choose that, made that decision for herself. She was like, you know what, I am going to try this thing with you. It was like a 3-month trial where they do every fun thing they could do in Korea together, and then after that she saw that just being stuck in this place is not going to do anything for her. So basically what I've learned is that you need to choose yourself in order for people to choose you as well. People are not going to want to be around somebody that does not show up for themselves and love themselves and takes care of themselves. You know, you need to love yourself and be kinder to yourself in order to be kind to other people. And I think for me that's something that I struggle with, because I tend to be, what do you call, is it self-empathy, self-compassion? Yeah, I'm not very good with self-compassion. I need to talk to myself in the way that I would talk to a friend, I would talk to my mother, I would talk to somebody else. And even with exercising, I learned the same thing. Somebody was like, if you had the body of the person you love right now, what would you do? And I was like, if I had my mother's body, I would be exercising each and every single day. And that is what's helping me stay consistent, because I'm like, I would want my mother to be healthy and strong and eat well and live a long life. So therefore I'm going to do those things, and thinking that way has really helped me. So maybe you can try it too. It's easier for people to choose you if you are also choosing yourself. It's like, I hate being vulnerable in front of other people because I am so scared. I have this fear that they're gonna use it against me. Even talking on the camera about this right now, it's kind of embarrassing for me because it's not something that I want to do. Okay, it's something that I want to do, but it's not something that
I think a part of me hates being vulnerable because I like having control and my pride gets in the way, but at the same time I don't want to feel alone in this, so I'm choosing to share it anyways.
Being vulnerable is just not one of my greatest strengths, but I need to let myself feel those emotions. I need to open up more. I need to feel those feelings, because this is basically me trying to see love differently. Okay, and again, by love I mean all kinds of love, okay, differently. So not as something that completes me, but as something that adds to what I already have. So I need to see life beautifully in order for beautiful things to happen to me. I'm scared that I'm gonna be stuck in that box forever, and I think right now filming YouTube videos has kind of made that safe space for me, because I get to feel my everyday life and I get to see how beautiful and appreciate my little moments. And I'm like, oh, you know what, my life is actually pretty good. Why am I constantly complaining about my life when these simple moments make me happy, like seeing the sunset, eating breakfast, commuting to work? Like, I love all those little parts of my journey, even if it's not like this dramatic, oh, I'm going out to party, oh, I'm out 24/7. Like, some people have the luxury to do that. I don't for now, so I don't do that a lot. But for now, I'll just do what I can to make my life a bit better for myself, to make it a space where I am safe, and for it to be okay for me to feel these things. And you know, I'm allowed to feel this way every once in a while. We all are allowed to feel this way once in a while, and we're all allowed to be vulnerable sometimes. We're all allowed to protect ourselves sometimes even, but do not stay in that coldness forever, especially when you're alone. It's not safe, honestly. So yeah, I'm just trying to go into this version of me that is a bit lighter and softer to herself before anybody else. I am going to try and be kinder to myself so that I can be kind to others. I'm going to try and see the beauty of life by myself so that I can also show others as well. And you know, maybe for other people that are also feeling the same way, you're not alone. We are all trying to figure this out together. Okay. But anyways, if you have come this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this video, you take something out of this video and maybe teach me something. You know, you can just comment maybe if you're going through a similar experience, or if you are going through something similar, or maybe if you got out of it, maybe you can also just give us some tips in the comments. All of those things will be very much appreciated. But thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.